am Joe the Foolish Assassin. Today I'm talking about Sony's E3 conference, and I would like to say right out the fucking gate, Sony just knocked it out of the park. Right out the gate, they showed off The Last Guardian, which is a game that has been like sitting on our minds, sitting on a lot of Sony fans' minds for a really long time. Like, or is it in development? Is it not in development? Are they coming out with it? Are they not coming out with it? And that's the first game they showed. It's kind of like a it looks to me from the gameplay they showed, it looks like it's going to be an open world game. You ride around with a dog, as we saw, like a griffin, I believe that would probably be the animal. So it's like a platformer. It's made by the same dude that made the Shadow of the Colossus games and Ico. I never played Ico, but I've played a little bit of Shadow of the Colossus. It might play a similar to that. Yeah, like I said, a little bit of a platformer type game, but like with 3D elements. The graphics look beautiful. I don't know if that's going to be the final graphics for the game, or are they going to downscale it like a lot of people do, like a lot of these developers do for E3 conferences. They downscale the graphics to the final, from the E3 showcase to the final product. I'm hoping they don't. I really hope they don't. But yeah, right out the gate, that was like the biggest fucking bomb drop. I think it's coming out sometime 2016. They didn't show a date for it. I believe it's 2016 though. The next game, they showed this really awesome game called Horizon. It's like an open world post-apocalyptic game, and at first I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. It takes place in the future. These tribe people, they come back. They starting to come back and move back into the cities or whatever, trying to rebuild civilization. And then you see like they start showing the gameplay of it, and you see these creatures, which I guess they're creatures, come out of like the forest, or come out of the city forest, whatever, and they're robots. They're like robot dinosaur creatures, and you have sometimes they're birds. You have like robot dinosaur giraffe creatures or whatever. It's like really weird. And the main character, if you ever play the game Heavenly Sword, she kind of reminds me of that character. She has a bow and arrow, and she just pretty much runs around and she shoots off that arrow. I believe she gets a gun, but I might be confusing that with a different game. But yeah, she shoots off that bow and arrow. She's trying to take down this creature. What is she taking down the creature for? We don't know. Maybe it's for parts or supplies or whatever. But yeah, she picks off certain areas of the creature, and it's really fantastic. But yeah, then we got a CGI trailer for the new Hitman game. It's just called Hitman. It's going to be a multi-plat, but it's going to have exclusive. The beta is going to come out first for PlayStation, which I believe is going to be later this year. It's going to come out later this year, sometime around December, and we're going to get Sony's going to get 6 exclusive maps, which is pretty cool. Next up, they showed a CGI trailer for Street Fighter 5, which is, I guess, a CGI trailer, but Sony is getting an exclusive beta for Street Fighter 5 coming July 23rd. So if you Street Fighter game fans, Street Fighter fans, mark your colors. If you have a Sony platform, July 23rd, that's when you're gonna get that Street Fighter beta. No Man's Sky. They showed off some more No Man's Sky gameplay. I would like to say the dude, I guess the main developer for No Man's Sky, he's really nervous when he gets on stage, because he just doesn't know how to present that game. He doesn't know how to, hype it up. Which, No Man's Sky has a lot of hype behind it already, but he doesn't know how to, put forth the stage presence for that game. But I'm really excited for the game. I'm definitely going to pick it up. He showed off like a random planet, like if you go to the farthest, as far into the universe as you possibly can, try to get to the center of the universe. You have planets that are technically undiscovered, but they have structures on them, and fallen spaceships and creatures, and alien life and shit like that. But yeah, he showed off gameplay of that. I'm really excited for No Man's Sky. I'm definitely going to pick it up. I'm definitely excited to see what a game as ambitious as No Man's Sky can do on Sony hardware. I'm really excited to see what's going on with that. Then next they showed off a couple indie games like Dreams, for example. It's pretty much an art piece game, whereas like you go in and you create your characters and you create environments and stuff like that. It's like an art piece, really. So yeah, if you're a really creative type, look out for that game. Next we have this game called Firewatch, which is pretty much a trailer. I think they showed a little bit of gameplay, like a little smidgen bit of gameplay, where it looks like you're a park ranger and you're talking to a chick on the walkie-talkie, and excuse me, he's talking to this chick on the walkie-talkie, and she's like, yeah, you know, there's a lot of weird shit's been going on within the park, and then he goes and he climbs his rock and he's like, yeah, some of the communication lines are cut. And she was like, wait, you're at the communication lines? He's like, yeah. She was like, then who's in the watch? Who's in the watchtower or whatever? And then he looks over and then he just cut face to black. So it looks like it's probably gonna be some type of open world-esque game where it's like a hunt down the mysterious criminals or some shit like that. It seems a little bit interesting. That didn't show really enough for me to get excited for it, but I do like these kind of open world-esque games, so I'm definitely gonna keep an eye out for it. Next up, they showed Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Assassin's Creed, another Assassin's Creed game that's probably going to be broken at launch. It's going to have some exclusive content, so if you're a hardcore Assassin's Creed fan, just know Sony has some exclusive content. Next, a Sony exclusive game called World of Final Fantasy, which is a chibi Final Fantasy game where I guess you go around and it's like a side chibi game, like a little fun. Like I would imagine this game would be on like a Nintendo console or handheld or whatever. It's not really something I would pick up. But if you're into Final Fantasy and you're into chibi art forms and games and stuff like that, it looks like real cutesy or whatever, that'd be definitely the game for you to pick up. And then they announced the Final Fantasy VII remake, which I know a lot of you Final Fantasy fans have been asking for. When I saw it, I'm not even a big Final Fantasy fan. When I saw it, it kind of got me excited. It's like a full-scale remake, all new text. It's pretty much a brand new game, just Final Fantasy for the guidelines of how to do this game. They didn't show any gameplay, unfortunately. It's just a trailer. But yeah, the art style is Square Enix. You know, they went all out pouring into that cutscene. They poured the whole budget into the cutscene, so it's probably going to be amazing. It's not going to be exclusive to PlayStation. It's going to come first to PlayStation. I don't know how long that time exclusivity is going to be. Just keep a lookout for that. Then they showed off 4 indie games by Devolver. What we have? We have Ronin, which is like a sword fighter game, like a platformer sword fighter. A Tier, I didn't really get too much of that. Mother Russia, which is just a beat 'em up game, and Crossing Sails, which I believe is a pirate-esque game. And it's pretty alright, I guess. Just if you're into those small indie titles, just keep on the lookout for those. Shenmue 3 has been announced, but excuse me. But here's the thing. Here's the kicker. No pun intended. They announced it. They announced the Shenmue 3 Kickstarter at Sony's E3. Yeah. Why isn't Sony funding this game? I have no clue. I mean, to me, that's kind of weird. Coming over on stage like, hey, fund our game, even though we're at a big video game company's press conference that can fund this. You know, they only need $2 million. I'm quite sure Sony can just, you know, reach into their movie fund and just throw it at them like, oh, here's $2 million, go fuck around or whatever. That was a little bit weird. Batman Arkham Knight is going to have some exclusive content, which we all knew. We all saw that the breakdown. I think a lot of us saw that breakdown of all the exclusive content for Batman Arkham Knight, which sucks balls because you have all this exclusive content to different areas. Like Best Buy is getting some exclusive content. GameStop is getting exclusive content. Sony, Microsoft has exclusive content. PC has exclusive content. Pre-order some exclusive content. It's just bullshit. Next up, we have Disney Infinity. Who gives a fuck about Disney Infinity? The PlayStation View. They talked about that for a little bit. I'm excited for the PlayStation View. Right now, I don't have cable. I just have the internet. So PlayStation View would be something really interesting. I can get my HBO, I can get Discovery Channel, I can get all the channels I really want to look at without having to pay for all the extra shit. That's pretty much what they was talking about with that. And also PlayStation View, which I don't think they even said this beforehand, PlayStation View is getting some exclusive channels. So I think Machinima is getting an exclusive channel. Rooster Teeth, I can't think is getting an exclusive channel. I didn't get all of which ones are getting exclusive channels. So like you're getting some like in-house created channels or whatever, which is really cool. So be on the lookout for that. I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for it. I definitely want to pick it up and, you know, see how much these channel costs and how much, you know, it works out. And then lastly, which is both a good thing and a bad thing, and it's kind of unfortunate, they showed off some Uncharted 4 gameplay. Now, I want to say this was a good thing because we got to see what Uncharted 4 is going to look like. We got to see a little bit of the story, just a little bit, just, you know, like where they at right now and what's going on. It looked like a lot of the core mechanics from Uncharted is still the same, you know, like the, you know, hide and cover, but now we have destructible environments, which is really cool. Driving segments, the driving segment they showed at the end is really cool. I definitely, you know, looking forward to that. I'm definitely gonna pick up this game. But the bad about them showing Uncharted is the fact that that was the last thing they showed. Now I bet you're sitting there thinking like, why would that be a bad thing? That is the last thing they showed. Well, throughout this whole press conference, I was waiting to see God of War 4. I've been waiting for God of War 4 since God of War 3 came out. Ever since I got to the end of God of War 3. And the part where you just see that trail of blood leading off the end of the cliff. And then it was like, oh my god, what the fuck is going to happen next? And then Santa Monica and Sony started hinting at another God of War game. Then it turned out to be Ascension, which in my personal opinion is garbage and I'll never pay for it. So that means God of War still is alive somewhere. Why wouldn't they announce it? And here's another problem. At the beginning of Sony's press conference, they showed God of War. They showed Kratos. They had like a trailer of all the games, not a trailer, like a montage of all the games they're going to show. They showed a little bit of Uncharted. They showed a little bit of, you know, Horizon or whatever, but we didn't know it at first. They didn't show The Last Guardian during that trailer, during that montage. But they showed a lot of the stuff that they're going to show throughout that show, but they didn't show God of War, which is weird. And also another thing is in like the thumbnail, they had for the E3 conference, they had Drake, they had, I believe, Ratchet and Clank, and they had Kratos. So why the fuck wouldn't they show off God of War? Is God of War 4 even being made? Yeah, that just really pissed me off. But other than that, that's pretty much all they showed. It was a pretty good press conference. I'm definitely looking forward to Horizon, like I said earlier. I'm looking forward to, you know, a bunch of games on the list that they showed. I'm definitely gonna keep my eye out for that Firewatch game. I'm definitely gonna keep my eye out for that. No Man's Sky has me excited. Definitely gonna pick up that Uncharted 4. I'm probably gonna end up picking up that Batman on PC. More than likely somebody's gonna mod in all the exclusive content. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I give Sony's press conference, I give it a B. I give it a B. I just give it a B, not a B plus, not a B minus, just a B, just a flatline B. If they would have showed that God of War, that would have been spectacular. It would have been an A. Sony would have got an A for me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Leave your thoughts down below. What did you think of Sony's E3 press conference? I thought it was alright. It got a B. It definitely beat out Microsoft. By just by that much, by showing a lot of gameplay, a lot of games. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That'd be really cool. If you like my content, please subscribe, you know, to my channel for future updates. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I am Gio the Foolish Assassin. I will see you guys later.
There's a war going on outside, no place to run and hide. Need to open eyes if you want to stay alive. Can't wait time when you trying to survive. Even when you die, your whole life should be alive. There's a war going on outside, no place to run and hide. Need to open eyes if you want to stay alive. Can't wait time when you trying to survive. Even when you die, your whole life should be alive.